What's up YouTube? Hello fellow questers. This is Artum from Germany, featuring Marvel Puzzle Quest and today Marvel as well. So this is the long awaited Iron Man video I promised you. Here it is. I'm going to tell you about Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, one of the most famous Marvel superheroes known today. And let's get started. So, Iron Man, or as we know him, also by the name of Tony Stark, was created in 1963 by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Don Heck, and Larry Lieber. He made his appearance in Tales of Suspense issue number 39. This was during the Cold War period, and Lee's original idea was to create a businessman superhero, and this led to the collaboration of the previously mentioned creators. So he's born on Long Island or in Long Island in the state of New York, making him a citizen of the United States of America, and his parents are Howard Stark and Maria Stark. Howard Stark is the president and owner of Stark Industries, a globally known company which Tony later inherits. So, as a boy genius, Tony enters MIT at the age of 15 and graduates with a master's degree in electrical engineering and later also in physics. After his parents die in a car accident, he inherits his father's company. This might be a spoiler alert, but if you have watched Captain America Civil War, the audience gets to know what happened to his parents, that they were murdered by the Winter Soldier, who was used in a program and brainwashed to kill enemies of the Soviet Union back in the day. So by now the story of the main Earth 616 and the MCU is still the same. So what happens after that? He inherits the company and deals in arms and weapons. And during this is where the break begins, so I'm going to tell you the main Earth 616 story. So Tony Stark has a weapons demonstration in Vietnam, and he's badly injured by a booby trap and captured by Wong Ju, a Vietnamese warlord. And the booby trap has mortally wounded him. He only survives this due to a medical surgery done by Ho Jin Sun, another fictional character who also makes his appearance in the first Iron Man movie, but his fictional nationality in the comics is altered to be one of a citizen of Afghanistan. So Ho Jin Sun saves Tony Stark in his surgery, making a magnet to keep the shrapnel, which are very close to his heart, away so Tony may live. And Wong Ju threatens Tony Stark and wants him to build weapons for him. But he doesn't do that. He teams up with Ho Jin Sun and creates his very first suit, with which he can escape from Wong Ju. And in the movie version, he's not captured in Vietnam, yet he is still injured by an enemy attack in Afghanistan, where he has a weapons demonstration, and his enemies are the Ten Rings, led by Ross. The Ten Rings is an evil organization, a criminal organization, and a terrorist organization led by the Mandarin, whom we unfortunately do not see in either of the three movies of Iron Man. He's only hinted later in the comics. So Tony Stark ends up injured and is saved by Ho Jin Sun. but whom is changed into just Jinsen in the first Iron Man movie. He does a surgery, the same just in the comics. So Tony is saved and teams up with Jinsen to create a suit in order to escape from the Ten Rings and Ross. So here, one out there was a big difference, as the original story was no longer in the Cold War period and had to be adjusted to our time. So the plot was changed slightly. And what happens after that? After Tony escaped, he comes back to the States, and in the movies he declares that Stark's industry will no longer build weapons, and this leads to a disagreement between the shareholders of his company and his most trusted advisor, Obadiah. And Tony, after surviving his near fatal experience in Afghanistan, wants to do good and starts building his own Iron Man suits. And this also leads us to the suit I want to talk about in Marvel Puzzle Quest. So, this, as you can see, is the one-star character of Tony Stark Iron Man, model number 35, or in the comics known as the Hydro Armor. So this is the weakest version of Tony Stark we have in the game. He has three colors: red, blue, and yellow, very common for a Iron Man character, as his 5-star version has the same color distribution and his 3-star version as well. The only big difference is his 4-star version, which is Hulkbuster, but I will talk about those versions in my later videos. So let's get back to the 1-star version. So all of his 3 colors abilities are active ones and damaging types. His red ability is known as Repulsor Blast, costs 10 AP and deals a lot of single target damage, followed by his yellow ability called Armored Assault, which also damages only one foe, but creates 4 projectiles if maxed. And the last ability is his blue, called Ultra Freon Beam, which is an AoE attack and also stuns the enemies for 1 turn, but costs 19 blue AP, making it one of the most expensive active abilities in the game. So here you can see a little demonstration for what you should use Iron Man. Mainly I use him for the Deadpool's Daily Quest mission number 1. And if you're new to the game and playing the very first campaign, the Dark Reign missions, you should either get yourself a 1-star Tony Stark Iron Man, because he's the best. Actually, he and Juggernaut are the best 1-star characters. And yeah, that's actually it. So what I wanted to tell you as well about Tony Stark is also the fact that he is one of the founders in the comics of the Avengers. In the movies, it's the idea of S.H.I.E.L.D., especially of Nick Fury, so he is one of the original members there, together with Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Thor. And what's also a big difference is in the movies, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, aka Hulk, create Ultron, while in the comics and in most of the animated series, it is Ant-Man who creates Ultron, as well as Tony Stark being a rather being a sexist sometimes in the movies and a playboy, as you can see in the first and the second movie. One big difference between his love interest in the movies and in the comics. I mean, it is Pepper Potts, but in the comics, Pepper was married to Happy Hogan, whom also makes an appearance in the movies as well. Yet this triangle relationship is never mentioned in the movies, never brought up, so it was changed as the producers of the movies deemed it not worthy enough to be taken into our current timeline. So this is actually it for this Iron Man biography and Marvel Puzzle Quest video. I hope you liked it. The next video will be about Yelena Belova, aka the Black Widow impersonator. So again, thanks for listening to this, thanks for watching the video. Keep on questing, watch out, follow sweet rewards in the game, and until next time, bye.